RTS by Michelle. On January 8, 2014, Linda Bates filed a 4-page complaint against Michelle. Exhibit 4 is a copy of that complaint. I'd like to now read that into the record. It begins, to whom it may concern. I came to the Dixon facility approximately 4 years ago. I worked in trucks the first year, been in smalls the last 3 years. When I first started to get my numbers up there, started to be issues with Sandie Pierce. The games and tattling, I told her to grow up. She filed harassment against me. It's been nonstop since I've watched all the time. Her and Chris Peak even got together once and said I had thrown boxes at them in a scanner. I was told to just come back to work, to ignore it and do my job. Sandie Pierce went so far as to go outbound to enlist people to go to the HR and complain about me. Between the gossip and the tattling and complaining about me, I have lost any friends that I have had down there. Now the Michelle Mullica thing started over the fact that she thinks I was taking too many envelopes about a year ago. At one time she was escorted out of Smalls and put on another belt because of her temper. The next thing with the mat started. I went over to my position on the secondary. I got a mat to put it in place, something everyone else does. I wasn't in her space either. She flew off the handle, started calling me a bitch and yelling to get my supervisor over there. I went upstairs to complain, and as a result, she and I were temporarily fired until further investigation. After 2 days, I was brought back with pay. She was fired and had to go to state to get her job back. At that time, she told them I had smacked her hands, which I didn't. She grabbed the mat out of mine. She was brought back without pay. Needless to say, she was angry. She was outright back at Smalls. HR and security told me they didn't think she would be. I've been paying for it ever since. She filed with the Iowa Civil Rights Commission. She walks by me and makes snide remarks just about every day. I continue to keep my mouth shut. One day she really got to me, and I didn't tell her to shut up. I did tell her to shut up. There has been constant complaining about me. She has threatened me that she's going to file a lawsuit against me twice. She enlisted Sandie Pierce to get involved. One day Michelle walked by me, brushed against me, and went to HR and said I shoved her so hard she had pain in her arm.
We're moving on, we're moving forward. I mean, I get it, Michelle. I understand your side for what you're saying. You feel like you're threatened. But I thought we pulled Linda in, we pulled you in, everybody's been talked to, and we said enough's enough. We said we want to keep you all down there in the small store because we know if we separate you, put in different parts of the building, that's not really a good decision either.
She needs her own little area.
Well, see, that's what she's going to say. She says, well, Michelle needs her own little area.
You talk to everybody I work with. You pull up every... Yeah, you're right.
I have.
Okay, I would like you to pull up those people that I say are witnesses to her hitting me and ask them.
Let's just talk about the most recent thing. You're mad about the parking situation out there, from what I understand, right?
A few days later, Sandie did the same thing. Every day since Michelle came back from leave, I've been dealt with demeaning remarks and snide comments as she walks by me. I'm at the point where I'm afraid to be anywhere near her for fear of what she's going to say or worse, complain that I did to her. Sandie Pierce is now getting involved again. She watches me every time I get on the secondary belt to retrieve a package. She went to supervisors to complain. She didn't think I had it secured on 2 occasions. So when I saw her watching me this time, I told her that in a calm voice that it was secured. She went and tattled to Denise that I yelled at her. It's been suggested to me that I transfer. If I do that, all these things these girls have been doing to me to get me fired or out of Smalls in the last 2 years has been worth their time. I understand from others that I am not the first one this has happened to. I want to know when it's going to stop. I want to file harassment against Michelle for constant remarks and lying about me to achieve her own results and threatening me that she's going to file a lawsuit against me twice, bullying. I want to file harassment against Sandie Pierce from constantly having me up in the office for petty things and lying to achieve her own end.
I don't know where she's hitting at, Michelle. I mean,
It doesn't matter.
It does, though.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I'm
You guys
legitimately...
didn't do anything to her for hitting me on the 29th.
The 29th...
September 29th, when she plowed into me, when she tried to knock me down. The girl that weighs 60 pounds more than me, half a foot taller than me.
She plowed right in the front of you.
Excuse me, you want me to show you an example?
Yeah.
Bear with her. You better hold on to her. You better, I swear, hold on to her.
We don't need to do this. Is this the injury?
Move to
that you
the side.
reported?
Yeah, move to the side just a little bit.
But is this the injury reported? We know what happened. It's on record. We have it. We know what happened.
What?
Michelle, I'll be honest, there was a lot of people interviewed, and
My two people that witnessed it. The only two people that witnessed it. A lot of people interviewed. Who else got interviewed?
Well, that's my, well, Linda was asked, you were asked, whoever you
Linda
listed.
lies.
Okay, but see, the interesting thing is, Michelle, it seems like your
How did I get
witnesses
fired?
always corroborate your story, and then Linda's is always the complete opposite. So how do you?
I'm sorry. I need
No,
you to get a
just-
copy.
I'm
No,
just
there's no excuse for her. No, don't try to
Nobody's
make
making an
excuses.
excuse for
You
her.
are.
No, I'm not making an
Yeah,
excuse
you
for
are.
her. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I have a great work history, and every job I've ever worked, I have people that will vouch for me. I worked at the airport with no problems. I worked preload with no problems. Because of these two girls, my reputation at my workplace has been tarnished. I cannot talk to anyone in Smalls for fear it will be turned against me. I've always been proud to say I work for UPS. Now I dread coming to work knowing I might have trouble out of either one of them. I don't think I should be moved. I've done nothing wrong and done everything asked of me. I should have some kind of peace at the place where I work without worrying about what games somebody's going to play with my life. That's what it is.